Please rise if you are able. If you are able, please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. Welcome, graduates, family, friends, and honored guests. Thank you to our anthem singer, Michael Klein. Welcome to Convocation at the University of Waterloo. My name is Vivek Goel, and it's my honor to serve as President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Waterloo. Today, I have the privilege to welcome you to campus for today's ceremony, which is part of our institution's 125th Convocation. This ceremony celebrates the accomplishments of our soon-to-be graduates and their connection to the University of Waterloo. Today's celebration is based on tradition. The Haudenosaunee peoples also have a rich and vibrant culture that embraces knowledge sharing. As such, it is important to reflect and acknowledge the University of Waterloo's campuses in Waterloo, Kitchener, and Cambridge are situated on the Haldimand Tract, land 6 miles on each side of the Grand River, granted to the Haudenosaunee of 6 nations. The land inside and surrounding the Haldimand Tract, including our Stratford campus, is the traditional territory of the Attawandaron, Anishinaabe, and Haudenosaunee. I also acknowledge and recognize this area is now home to many diverse First Nation, Inuit, and Métis groups. I wish to express our gratitude to the Cedar Hill Singers and to Elder Mayengan Henry for being here today to share some of their cultural practices and knowledge with us.
Bonjour. Cedar Hill Singers, like nothing you ever heard before, so beautiful. It's nice to have them on stage today. This is a new beginning for Indigenous people to join with you on your special day. This has been a long time coming. And over the years, we've witnessed various forms of misunderstanding between Indigenous people and mainstream society. But I know over the last little while, the university that you chose to attend has made major commitments on reconciliation. And we feel that this is a very important moment in the history of not just the University of Waterloo, but Canada, to be able to be on stage with you for the first time and to celebrate with you on your very special day. Today, we think about those children that you've heard about in the news over the last couple of years at residential schools, and the passing of many of our elders who had attended those terrible places. But I think without the chance of us being a part of these types of ceremonies, we won't see too much change, and this university has decided to make some major changes, and I think this is a really good day to be with you. So in our way of thinking, the treaties that we've signed in the past were just examples of how nations can work together to share the resources, to live in this country that we respect the water, the land, and each other, the plants and animals that we live with, so that we can share these for our future generations to come. So I come today with some of the information that we have, our Tura Wampum and in our land between the lakes treaties that are so important to our relationship. And today, as we celebrate together your special day, we'll celebrate together with Indigenous people, you, and under our Creator. Chimigwech, everybody. We're going to have a very beautiful day together.
Thank you very much again, Elder Henry, for being with us and launching us into this very important ceremony. Thank you. This past September, the University of Waterloo affirmed its commitment to truth and reconciliation on our campuses and within our programs. Individually and collectively, we must continue to reflect, learn, and work towards indigenizing and decolonizing. Graduates, families, and friends, President Goel, Dean Liu, and Dean Lemieux, who's also here, honored guests, faculty, and staff. I'm honored to be joining you in celebrating the tremendous accomplishments of our soon-to-be graduates as Chancellor of the University of Waterloo. Graduates, today recognizes a very special achievement. You are about to graduate from an exceptional university. I know it's been a challenging journey, but believe me, I think it's well worth the effort. Waterloo alumni make up a global community of influential professionals, entrepreneurs, researchers, and international leaders. In many of my travels around the world, I'm not surprised to see many of the leadership in businesses, in academic institutions, in governments, have a linkage to Waterloo. Often they are graduates of Waterloo and very proud graduates of Waterloo. And they talk not only about what they learned while they were here in terms of the skills, but they learned about an approach to thinking and to pushing and to doing. You now stand shoulder to shoulder with all of them. You've worked hard, and by the looks of this packed audience, you've had some help along the way. And I want to say a particular welcome to parents and friends. Your support has been integral to our students, and I want to thank you for being here to support our graduates on this special day. As demanding as the academic journey is and has been for our students, at times I imagine it has almost been as challenging for you. So I want to congratulate you on reaching this finish line. And if I could ask all of us to thank our parents and friends for their support, please. In fact, graduates, I encourage you now to rise and turn around to face our audience so you can acknowledge those individuals who've supported you on your journey. So if you could stand up and try and find your parents and friends in the audience. Today's ceremony is also a celebration all of Canada can take part in. We need the expertise, passion, and unique skills of Waterloo and graduates. I had the privilege every time I come to be able to see some of the things that are going on. Yesterday it was in a number of the research areas of the university and was accompanied by some people in the Government of Canada, because this is a place that is doing some of the most foundational research on the planet. And I can tell you from hearing the people that were there from outside the university of just how proud and impressed they are with the dedication, the expertise, and the specialization of this university. And that's just on the research side. So again, you're doing great things for Canada. We live in a time of uncertainty and change. I don't need to tell you that. But I would say that when we think about challenge and change, and you think about all of the shifts that are going on, power shifts from the west to the east, serious geopolitical tensions that we haven't seen probably in 70 years, internal political challenges, polarization that is going on, rapidly changing technology, income inequality, and so forth. It's a real cauldron. However, when you look at that, you also have to see that that represents opportunities. That's opportunities for leadership. It's opportunities for evidence-based thinking in terms of how we can get ourselves out of this. And this is a place that Waterloo is known for, and this is a place that I hope you will be known for as you lead in the future. The University of Waterloo is a community of students and graduates who I believe are more prepared for change and a shifting future than many, many others on the planet. And I encourage you to use your gifts, your skills that you've learned here at Waterloo, your newfound networks to make your communities, this country, and also our world a better place, especially for those less fortunate. This is what alumni of this university do, and I believe this is who you are. You're curious, you're bold, you're leaders. You spent years at Waterloo learning and preparing for this next stage in your lives. At University of Waterloo, education has prepared you, I hope, to be lifelong learners and leaders ready and willing to embrace change no matter what the disruptive forces there are. Today, we not only celebrate the time and effort that it took for you to be here today, and that's the core focus of today's agenda, we want to celebrate you and those who've supported you as we just did. We also want to celebrate the future innovations that you will create. And we do that by presenting you with your well-deserved University of Waterloo degree. So our agenda today, more specifically, includes awarding special honors and speakers addressing Convocation. Then we will confer doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees. Following that, we will present awards and medals to faculty members, alumni, and graduating students who've excelled in their field. So again, as we celebrate your accomplishments today and you move into the next phases of your lives, know that you are a unique and important member of the University of Waterloo community. The university staff, your faculty, and myself are very proud of you. We want to remain connected, and we want to support you in any way that we can. I hope that you will continue to benefit from being part of the University of Waterloo community through its resources, its reach, and most importantly, from the relationships that you've built while you've been here. So again, congratulations. I look forward to seeing each one of you as you come across the stage. And it's now my pleasure to welcome Laura John Gregorio, Professor in the Department of Kinesiology and Health Sciences. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Dr. Richard Hewson. Dr. Richard Hewson was first appointed as an assistant professor in the Department of Kinesiology in 1977. He provided outstanding contributions to research, teaching, and service over the subsequent 44 years before retiring from the University of Waterloo in December 2020. Dr. Hewson continues to lead a world-renowned research program as the Senior Director of Research and the Schlegel Research Chair in Vascular Aging and Brain Health at the Schlegel UW Research Institute for Aging. Dr. Hewson is an exemplary integrative cardiovascular physiologist. He is a world authority on human cardiovascular adaptations to exercise and on the cardiovascular responses to long-term exposure to the microgravity environment. Dr. Hewson has over 270 peer-reviewed publications. He has mentored over 60 graduate students and is the only Canadian to have had 6 international peer-reviewed proposals selected to conduct life science research on the International Space Station. His pioneering work has translated the mechanisms for spaceflight deconditioning as a model of an accelerated aging-like process for those living on Earth. Dr. Hewson has received numerous awards. He's been named a Fellow of the Canadian Academy of Health Sciences. He's received a Career Award from the Canadian Society for Exercise Physiology. He's received 2 awards from the University of Waterloo, one for excellence in research and one for excellence in graduate supervision. He's received 3 major international scientific awards from the International Society for Gravitational Physiology and NASA, and most recently was named a Fellow of the Royal Society of Canada. Dr. Hewson has served as the Faculty of Health Associate Dean of Research, as President and Executive Director of the Canadian Society for Exercise Physiology, and as President of the International Society for Gravitational Physiology. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his outstanding accomplishments in kinesiology and health sciences, human cardiovascular physiology, and his many contributions to aerospace physiology, I request that you confer the title Distinguished Professor Emeritus upon Dr. Richard Hewson.
Congratulations. That's it. I am honored to confer upon you, Richard Hewson, the title of Distinguished Professor Emeritus. I extend my sincere congratulations.
Thank you, Professor John Gregorio, Mr. Chancellor, parents, supporters, and most importantly, graduate students and our distinguished guests from our indigenous nations. I'm sure that all of you remember the first time that you saw the University of Waterloo campus. Well, in February 1968, I got on a yellow school bus from Ridgeway Crystal Beach High School and arrived on campus. It was -20, the wind was blowing, snow was all over the place, there were very few buildings, no trees, and I wondered, why would I come here? Well, if I'd known that Professor Norm Ashton had actually started the world's first kinesiology department the year before, I might have actually come here. So I was looking at other options, and what I thought was, well, science or phys ed. The latter certainly wasn't for me. You had to complete a full lap of the pool, and I'm sure I would have drowned rather than get out of first year. I did complete my PhD in medical sciences at McMaster, and as you can tell by my maroon gown, and started full-time here in 1977 as Norm Ashton was recruiting engineers, chemists, and me, a physiologist. My first lab at UW was actually just over there a little ways. It was there that serendipity actually struck. So we had just finished building a system for measuring metabolic oxygen uptake. And I thought, well, let's do a simple experiment. So if I were to ask you, do you think it's a good idea to do a warm-up before you do exercise? Will that make you adapt more quickly? I'm sure everyone would say yes. But we found the opposite. It was actually a slower adaptation. And this actually started many years of quite intense debate in physiology about whether or not it's the cardiovascular system or the metabolic system that limits how quickly you can adapt to exercise. Well, frequently I get asked as well, how did you ever get started in space physiology? Well, the answer to that is being in space is the exact opposite of what we prescribe as a healthy lifestyle on Earth. It's the ultimate sedentary lifestyle. I was able, while I was teaching Kin 402, to invite Chris Hadfield to come and talk to the students. And Chris got in front of them and said, well, we exercise for 2.5 hours per day while we're in space. And I was able to take Chris aside afterwards and say, well, Chris, I've actually seen your exercise logs. And you did aerobic exercise for less than half an hour per day. So they spend a lot of time floating and not very much time exercising. To get into space physiology, though, what we did was we went to the hardware store, got a 4x8 sheet of plywood, tilted it slightly head down, and got some of our students to lie on there for 4 hours. And we couldn't do much longer than that because we had no way for them to go to the bathroom while they were on this head-down board. Anyway, when we put them back up, 5 of 8 healthy students couldn't stay upright for 10 minutes without fainting. So the cardiovascular system adapts really, really quickly. And that's why if you got out of bed too quickly in the morning and you felt a little bit dizzy, well, that's what's going on. It's also why astronauts, when they come back from Earth, have a risk of dizziness. As well, we know that sedentary lifestyle here on Earth is not very good for your arteries. So we looked at arteries of astronauts, and we found that in 6 months of space, they actually had their arteries increase in stiffness by the equivalent of 10 to 20 years of aging. So far, we've tested 35 astronauts, and as you just heard, we are still testing astronauts. We'll probably have about another 30 before we finish our experiments in about 5 years. Maybe by then we'll have a good idea of why the astronaut arteries get stiffer and have a good idea of how to help make our arteries less stiff here on Earth and age more slowly. Although I've officially retired from UW, I am able to maintain my Schlegel Research Chair. And one of the main things that we're trying to look at right now over the next few years is to get an idea of the unexplained fall. So of the fallers who end up at the emergency department, fully 1/3 of them didn't know how they got there. They lost consciousness, probably because their blood pressure fell and they didn't get enough oxygen to the brain and down they went. So we're trying to look at that. Well, I've been very fortunate over my career to have support and encouragement of my wife and my family, to have inspiring mentors and colleagues, and to have many outstanding students who challenged me to keep up with them as we had fun with curiosity-driven research and looking for ways to apply our knowledge. You have many great opportunities ahead of you, and I wish you well. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Houston, for your insightful remarks. And I must say it makes me extremely proud to be the Dean of the faculty, that you have spent so much time conducting these impactful research. Good morning, everyone. My name is Lily Liu, and I serve as the Dean for the Faculty of Health. I'm honored to be here today to celebrate with each of you. On behalf of our faculty, I want to wish you sincere congratulations on your graduation day. Today, the Faculty of Health joins you in celebrating your accomplishments here at the University of Waterloo. You've worked hard and earned these degrees in your respective programs, whether they are in the Department of Kinesiology and Health Sciences, the School of Public Health Sciences, and the Department of Recreation and Leisure Studies, or the School of Social Work. Throughout your education, I hope you've learned about yourselves and developed meaningful relationships that will bring fond memories of the university. I hope that you thought about the world in new ways, learned more than you could have imagined, and developed an interest to continue learning. Those lessons came in a variety of forms, academic, of course, but also in the life lessons that you can only gain through experience. Experiences like some of you may have had in the field, such as volunteering with cancer survivors in UW WellFit, working as co-op students to develop online exercise programs for seniors in a residential care facility, among many other experiences. For this graduating class, you also had to spend over 2 years learning to adapt to online learning and managing the social implications of physical distancing. You lived through a historically challenging time, yet you successfully completed your degrees. These can be the most important lessons as you begin the next chapter of your lives. Recently, I was asked what advice I would give to my 22-year-old self. I responded that I would tell my younger self not to worry as much, because one of the best predictors of future success is past success. And your convocation today is evidence of your success. Along with a degree from the University of Waterloo, you can go forward with confidence, knowing you can handle what comes next. I'd like you to show the world what you can do. You have what it takes to achieve your goals and to help create a healthier world. As we prepare to confer your degrees, there are a few housekeeping notes to keep in mind. Guests, we ask you to please stay in your seats as your graduate crosses the stage. There will be professional photos taken of graduates and plenty of time to take photos outside at the reception after the ceremony. Graduates, when your name is called, you will be greeted by myself, the Chancellor, or the President. In lieu of handshakes, please place your hand over your heart. We're all excited to meet you and celebrate your accomplishments together. This is your moment. Please try not to be nervous and enjoy it. I ask that you please show respect to all your fellow graduates by returning to your seats after crossing the stage so that we can all share the celebrations together. We will confer the degrees starting with doctoral graduates, one at a time, followed by master's and bachelor's graduates, 3 at a time. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, and Vice Chancellor, I request that you officially confer the degrees for the Faculty of Health.
Would the members of the Faculty of Health graduating class please rise? Yeah, that's you. Health graduates, please rise. Yeah, okay, thanks. Mr. Chancellor, I present to you the Faculty of Health scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the university, I hereby admit you to your various and several degrees with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining.
Congratulations.
Please be seated. Congratulations, graduates. It is now time to present the degrees for the Faculty of Health.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Nargis Abdehad. Dr. Olawakemi Olanike Aderibigbe. Dr. Marcela Costa Bonfim. Dr. Ashley Domingo. Dr. Somkene Igboanugo. Dr. Patience Igbakimen John. Dr. Nathalie Ullman. Dr. Matteo Ponzano. Dr. Kirti Sundar Sahu. Dr. Mohammed Nazmus Saqib. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I now present the candidates for the degree Master of Arts. Kevin Wayne Lindner, Haley Bernice McDonald, Kanwar Preet Momi. Zichin Chen, Christina Elizabeth Galucci, Michelle Lim. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I now present the candidates for the degree Master of Health Informatics. Jennifer Elizabeth Bourne, Timsra Yusuf. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I present the candidates for the degree Master of Public Health. Amina Abisola Alausa, Susan Jennifer Alchin, Munira Azam. Saima Bashir Bhatti, Johannes Ayalu Bishaw, Andrea Vuchurovich Bisner. Chad Thomas Breeden, Emily Rose Burns, Wei Yue Chan. Nayab Chowdhury, Carrie-Ann Cuthbert, Lindsay Meek Domini. Maha Gamal Darby, Mohua Dasgupta, Matthew Alexander Duquette. Cassandra Eggleton, accompanied by her baby Keenan, Chisholm Christabella Egwim, and Sarah Louise Farabee. Lyracy Victoria Francis, Catherine Griffin, Caitlin Elizabeth Hearn. Samin Inam, Megan Marta Janeka, Chris Corneri. Olajumoke Lawal, Elise Marielle Leaf, Cassandra Cecilia Lemon. Lauren Marie Martin, Heidi Lynn McGuire, Janelle Madison McLaren. Patel Mixiartinian, Rupinder Kaur Nat, Mary Oluwafunke Obian. Samia Patel, Nicole Christine Pickett, Carrie Lynn Piquette. Sanda Popovich, Anita Quach, Jasimran Kaur Saini. Manal Sohail Shafi, Eloise Huber Takauer, Erin Elizabeth Tier. Rukmin Tivari, Travis Allen Van Bell, Sephora Mutoni Wachira. Mandy Ray Danielle Walker, Carly Michelle Wolf, Angelica Rose Zecha. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. And Mr. Chancellor, I am pleased to present the candidates for the degree Master of Science. Sarah Ann Angus, Pavan Basi, David Colusio. Lauren Jacqueline Dowling, Drew Gandhi, and Kelly Gregory. Kara Deborah Lee Hayes, Elizabeth Ann Callis, Laurie Karamanlian. Madison Laura Kells, Rina Komisarov, Nina Lamberti. Colleen Lazarescu, Bahare Malik Kuyan, Brianna Oriua. Nadia Amin Somani, Shoshana Joanna Spears, Hefu Tao. Mark Andrew Valentim, Jessica Elaine Vandervaart. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Social Work. Bernard Kwame Akwoko Dabanka, Petra Millicent Ansa Amoko, Misbah Nahid Aziz. Rihanna Barbin, Nicole Cook, Monica Jean Cooperis. Gifty Mansa Amidem, Islam Mustafa Deab, Maria Eveline Dumanis. Heather Janelle Eskedjian, Catherine Fergus, Rosalind Foley. Rachel Ann Fowler, Rebecca Gilbertson, Jennifer Gonzalez. Samantha Elizabeth Hall, Vicki Healy, Heather Lee Humphrey. Jingjing Ki, Jessica Claire Kennedy, Thomas Kristen. Ryan Andrew Lamperts, Noelle Leslie, Melissa Dawn Linkson. Ying Xin Liu, Janita Elizabeth Lyman, Jessica Maisonneuve. Jaden Ann Louise McCollum, Heather McKinley, Marie France Menard. Abigail Catherine Monkman, Colleen Megan Monroe, Amy Murphy. Clarista Jenna Murphy, Savior Vimbai Mutakwa, Chinyama Muzongwe. Trinity Elizabeth Nickerson, Arinola Grace Odupitan, Janine Davenal O'Gorman. Yetunde Olawude, Lee James Park, Renee Peltekian. Jace Power, Jessica Carol Jean Purvis, Tanya Christina Ramakers. Brittany Benedict Redmond Sandy, Sarah Alexandra Roney, Julia Nicole Rubini. Stephanie Ann Schellenberger, Taylor May Smart, Candace Dawn Squires. Danielle Kimberly Van Wyck, Marissa Danielle Wadley, Rebecca Lee Wasser. Raquel Ancelia Watkis, Alita Woodhouse, Alicia Yawn. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. And Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts Honors Program. Anthony Joseph Abele, Janice Wing Hong Chen, Victoria DePass. Kathleen Jane Ford, Colin Leslie Grant, Chin Hai Su Aaron. Alyssa Marie Hyde, Cassidy Page Killian, Sithran Kulavirasingam. Alyssa Haley Lavallee, Omar Keith John Morrison Pusey, Natalie Susan Shantz. Abigail Grace Simpson, Ying Hao Song. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I now present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Public Health Honors Program. Mariam Abdallah, Neha Mandenganam, Kelly Chisholm Enanga Mbatogu. Brittany Punaya, Samia Mohammed Sidersi, Shlaka Singh. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I now present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, General Program, 4-year. Idikel Woldeyesus Laman, Maria Rashedat. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I now present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science Honors Program. Lovenpreet Singh Bansal, Corinne Ann Barba, Edna Bozori. Daniel Sebastian Schmiel. Maya Jade Leonard Dangel, Kashish Gaurav Grover. Faria Mohammed Hussein, Evelyn Yiking Jiang, Farhan Latif Kassam. Alex Kuhn Ho Lai, Yuhin Lee, Win Caitlin Manning. Shubkarman Kaur Nijar, Nu Nok Queen Pham, Kujaveen Prabhaharan. Matthias Aiden Andreas Scheid Wiltshire, Katrina Lynn Schultz, Aaron Salvadurai. Arthi Mona Marie Swaminathan, Dennis Scott Tran, Sanuba Moin Udin. Zachary Tyler Walsh, Abdullah Mohammed Zia. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Once again, congratulations to all of our Faculty of Health graduates. It's now my pleasure to welcome Bob Lemieux, Dean, Faculty of Science, to the podium.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Class of 2022, all your hard work, dedication, and commitment to your education over the past 4 or 5 years have paid off. You're about to become graduates of the Faculty of Science and proud alumni of the University of Waterloo. You did it. Now that you're about to become Waterloo graduates, a new chapter in your life is starting. Some of you know exactly what your next step will be: starting graduate work, professional training, or entering the workforce. While others may be unsure of what's next, and perhaps feeling a bit lost. To all of you, whether you're feeling excited, scared, nervous, or a little bit of everything, let me reassure you. As scientists, we're trained to deal with unexpected changes and new circumstances and to adapt accordingly. This notion was once articulated by one of my scientific heroes, Louis Pasteur, a French chemist and microbiologist renowned for his discoveries of vaccination, pasteurization, and also for the organic chemists out there, chirality at the molecular level. Back in 1854, he said, and I quote, "Dans les champs de l'observation, le hasard ne favorise que les esprits préparés." Translated in English, In the fields of observation, chance favors the prepared mind. In other words, you have to be prepared for the unexpected. I'm here to tell you that Waterloo has prepared you. Science has prepared you. Your families, friends, and support systems have prepared you. Don't worry, you've got this. A scientist's skill set goes beyond the lab. We're creative, analytical, methodical, and sometimes risk takers. Discovering something requires asking questions, taking chances, perseverance, and depending on the circumstances, also working as a team. Scientists embrace surprising discoveries and make the most of every unexpected observation. Just reflect on your university experience and how you had to adapt, evolve, and rise to the occasion. You dealt with learning completely remotely, coming back to in-person learning. You had to deal with changing health guidelines and everything else that you may have experienced during the pandemic. Sometimes lab experiments did not work, even though you followed the protocol. But you persevered and you succeeded. Waterloo has prepared you. Maybe it was through its co-op program, EDGE certification, the program you chose, the courses you took. Maybe you started a company or discovered something in your honors project. Over these years, you were challenged and pushed to expand your knowledge. You thought about the world in new ways and learned more than you could have even ever imagined. You should take inspiration from your instructors, your peers, and past Waterloo alumni. In your time here, Waterloo scientists have captured the first image of a supermassive black hole, monitored COVID-19 in wastewaters, founded companies, and one became a Nobel laureate. And I can tell you there are probably more to come. It has to do with perhaps that black hole business. Of course, not all lessons are academic. You also learn important life lessons throughout your Waterloo experience. These years of training, dedication, and even failure are necessary. Just remember, recognize that failure often precedes success. And something can always be learned from failure. There are no failed experiments as long as you learn from them. It's clear that now more than ever, the world recognizes the need for science and is looking to you, Waterloo scientists, to lead the way. The world is ready to hear your voices, ready to learn from you, and benefit from the ideas you will have and the innovations you will lead. Like good scientists, always ask questions, and don't be afraid to try something new, fail, and try again. Push the boundaries of what is known or accepted. But always be prepared for the unexpected. Always have a prepared mind. Embrace the opportunity and trust in yourself. The world is ready for you, and I can't wait to see what you will accomplish. So now, Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President and Vice Chancellor, I request that you officially confer the degrees for the Faculty of Science.
Would the members of the Faculty of Science graduating class please rise? Mr. Chancellor, I present to you the Faculty of Science scholars who fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University, I hereby admit you to your various and several degrees, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining.
Congratulations.
Please be seated, and congratulations, graduates. It's now time to get the show on the road, and let's present the degrees for the Faculty of Science.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Alshima Ali Mohammed Ali. Elif Pinar Alsak. Abdullah Omar Obeid Basalem. Rand Nidal Yusuf Hussein. Mitchell Lewis Kay. Jillian Lee Kendrick, also a university finalist for the Alumni Gold Medal. Feng Li. Anand Lopez. Mehdi Moslemi Akdam. Dalia Nasser. Heather Shrimpton. Leanna Jane DeGeer Smith. Bowen Yang. Shakiba Zainali. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I now present the candidates for the degree Master of Science. Nigel Thor Stanley Morgan Anderson, Trevor Charles Blakey, Kathleen Claire Brown. Rachel Emma Daw, Caroline de Lima Vargas Simoes, Caleb Lloyd Gerard. Isabel Rosemary Hilgendag, Marzi Kavandi, Jordan Krewanis. Philip Adam Lemaitre, Xiaoran Li, Haobo Liu. Kevin Chung Yin Ma, Daniel Roberts McIsaac, Cameron Robert Morgan. Soterios Migdalas, Mona Nasir Zonuzi, Sean Wei Lo Newberry. Maya Petgrave, Shisin Ren, Ahmed Shalabi. Rebecca Abigail Sterling, Yulia Tobolovskaya, Evan Thomas White. Marissa Zego. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I now present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science, General Science, 3-year. Jordan Brooke Bailey, Riley Robert Bennett, Daniel Huang. Marsha Nataraja, Phuong Nha Nguyen, Ryan Philip Sherwood. Christopher Sukdeo, Lin Yang, Zhenjin Yang. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I now present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, Honors Program. Srishti Ahuja, Tazeen Ajmeri, Misha Ali. Eden Anthea Almeida, Oluwatope Emmanuel Alofe, Rania Mustafa Abdul S. Al-Shikli. Sadiq Mustafa bin Amin, Christina Angela Arsenault, Khaled Yasser Ayad. Colin William Earl Batchelor, Kyle Rodney James Bowen, Kayla Beth Bublitz. Manuchka Kishinia Bakhtuar, Tyrell Joseph Buenaventura, Noel Burnett. Chanel Annette Karen Godden, Jasmeet Kaur Shahal, Jackie Jing Kong Chen. Wen-Li Chen, Matthew William Ronald Cheung, Gunhee David Cho. Natalie Norma Cooper, Americo Domenico Cortina, Jade Taylor Damon. Naira Dedic, Ashley Nicole DeLima, Kevin Jurich. Jordan Frederick Ducatel, Bailey Ann Gibbs, Sharon Elisa Gittins. Victor Hao Zian Guan, Khaled Fuad Hadida, Maya Tuntia Mausi Homovo. Shenyi Huang, Yuri Volodymyr Humenyuk, Nada Khaled Fuad Ibrahim. Isabel Iglesias, Kiana Haley Ayoka, Logan Philip Jalsavac. Dane Andrew Jarvinpa, Clarine Mayur Jagannathan, Esther Jayaranjan. Abhishek Joseph Selvakumar, Harjot Kaur, Jasmine Kaur. Sophia Wong Kendall, Tarjoth Kaira, Siam Khalik. Sakura Hannah Kushbu, Annika Cherolf, Adalia Lashonda Knight. Natalie Maria Kucher, Hishani Kulentheran, Minsiak Kwan. Taylor Morgan Bridget Lake, Evelyn Yukino Lorette, Long Huin Lee. Adrian Ping Chung Lee, Hong Yi Lee, Jia Ki Liu. Han Luo, Niveda Mahadeva, Matab Manikya. Parmpreet Kaur Mangat, Nicholas Todd Martindale, Jordan Zachary May. Yasmina Mirich, Ishan Ravindra Nage, Shiv Rakesh Naik. Cynthia Nomani, Oyindamola Adenike Ogundimbola, Kiona Kaying Peng. Lara Parida, Ayushi Patel, Eric Peters. Nikita Tara Pinto, Matika Pankaj Prajapati, Sonali Puri. Lydia Louise Rayom, Michelle Jasmine Ray, Alexandra Jane Reinard. Arjun Sharma, Sarah Mohammed Saad Sheikh, Walid Shirwa. Isha Simon, Andrew Kiet Fei So, Gabriel Or Insuk Song. Edric Ardia Sudihok, Joy Wan, Jiahe Wang. Ronghai Wang, Aaron Wong, Zongling Wu. Jun Jie Xiao, Eva Zie, Kelvin Yang. Ya Yun Yang, Syed Zorez Hassan Zaidi, Sally Zheng. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I now present the candidates for the degree Doctor of Optometry. Mark Zasowski. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I now present the candidates for the degree Doctor of Pharmacy. Alize Jenna Alidina, Stephanie Michelle Anderson, Maria Anton. Jane Isabel Armstrong, Dominique Armand Odette, Kylie Ann Byros. Kajal Kumari Bardwaj, Nimerdeep Kaur Brar, Brittany Ashley Brown. Matthew Bowie, Chelsea M. Byford, Angelo Joseph Caruso. Cherry Chan, Isabella Chan, Jasmine Chan. Mirabella Mariah Chan, Cassidy Chow, Jason Chow. Hannah Cho, Nidhi Prashant Choksi, Faye Jean Michelle Crozier. Erasmus Ni Ashiaku Kujo, Lauren Elizabeth Days, Neelam Dhaliwal. Manjot Kaur Dut, Jennifer Doe, Irene Dulai. Vaishna and Thiraganthan, Allison Elaine Exley, Sheldon James Fuldesy. Claire Alexandra Ann French, Musa Gawanme, Alexandra Goldstein. Curtis Allen Gosnell, Benjamin Severio Guido, Michael Gergis. Edward Nicola Haddad, Norman Michael Holler, Clea Alexandra Heathfield. Peter Lan Huang, Morgan Hopkins, Celine Reyes Wab. Maria Illich, Martin Juna, Fred Katby. Olivia Page Kemp, So Yi Kim, Suju Kim. Maximilian Stephen Kisil, Divjot Singh Kochar, Shweta Kohli. Vanessa Koo, Kashini Kumaraguru, Sharvi Kunalan. Andy Kwok, Calvin Kwok, Kayla Rita Lalwa. Cindy Lamb, Michelle Liang, Gabriella Leona Limpy. Camille Ruchi Liu, Ryan Arthur Lowe, Caitlin Elizabeth Lovick. Jakob Alexander Wuba, Ekta Mandan, Alicia Mankotia. Alma Makbul, Mackenzie Brooke McMahon, Olivia Joy McPherson. Kajal Mehta, Amanda Rose Ann Mishano, Nayan Modi. Michelle Moran, Kathy Thien H. Nguyen, Vanessa Nguyen. Anna Maria Nika, Lina Sariel Gila, Brianne Marie Aldridge. Alexandra Rosemarie O'Neill, Maricar Paraiso, Ronwell Joshua Pusong. Jennifer Manki Kiu, Donovan Ramkishun, Emma Scanlon. Matthew Christopher Schneider, Marco Sedic, Caitlin Elizabeth Sellers. Natalie Pui Yu Xing, Mark Shinuda, Ma Veronica Hua Sison. Eric Sue, Lauren Rachel Thompson, Peter Wynn Tran. Adnan Turtovac, Ezgi Ulkuseven, Christine Emma Cecilia Vandewiel. Jenna Vietri, Frank Jr. Vrljic, Katie Wang. Haley Nicole Watkins, Shayna Catherine Wayne, Melanie Renee Williams. And Raymond Yan and Hannah Kristen Zerbrig. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor, and congratulations to all of our Faculty of Science graduates. It is now my pleasure to welcome Vivek Goel, President and Vice Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, I now request you to confer in absentia the various and several degrees upon those candidates who were approved by Senate but were unable to be present at today's convocation.
I confer the degrees in absentia.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, Lily.
It is now my pleasure to present some special awards. Mr. Chancellor, I present R. Harvey Lemlin. Harvey, a PhD graduate from Recreation and Leisure Studies, has long subscribed to the belief that research and instruction should result in meaningful change in communities and societies. Lemlin is a professor in the School of Outdoor Recreation, Parks, and Tourism at Lakehead University. He completed his PhD at Waterloo in 2004. Prior to that, he was at the University of Ottawa, where he received his master's and bachelor's degrees in sociology. Besides an impressive array of prestigious grants, scholarly publications, invited presentations, and awards, what distinguishes Harvey in his pioneering and ongoing work with Indigenous peoples? At least 20 years before current efforts to recognize and adopt Indigenous teachings and scholarship, Lemlin forged authentic research collaborations and partnerships with Indigenous peoples. For his doctoral research, for example, he worked with Indigenous groups in Churchill, Manitoba, to examine the impact of polar bear viewing industry there. His focus is on the relationships between nature, society, health, and well-being. He's made significant contributions to the understanding of Indigenous tourism and cultural livelihoods, climate change, historical site interpretation, parks and protected area management, human-wildlife interactions, and rural and northern outdoor recreation and tourism. One of his most innovative lines of inquiry is about the role of insects in leisure and tourism. His research on dragon hunting, in other words, the pursuit of dragonflies by enthusiasts in Northern Ontario is an example. Along with his numerous refereed papers, Harvey is the author of several highly respected books on recreation and tourism. Harvey was made Lakehead University Research Chair in Parks and Protected Areas in 2010, and he is co-recipient of the Lakehead University's Aboriginal Partnership Research Award. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his extraordinary accomplishments as a scholar and innovative teacher, as well as his ongoing commitment to community service, I request that you present the 2022 Faculty of Health Alumni Achievement Award to R. Harvey Lemnon. Congratulations, Harvey. Mr. Chancellor, I now present Natasha Neer. Natasha, Bachelor of Science from Health Studies, has shown extraordinary commitment to teaching others and making community contributions to health, research, and cancer awareness while pursuing a demanding PhD related to diagnostics and treatment of disease. While at Waterloo, in the Honors Health Studies Co-op program, Natasha was a tutor, a chair of the Applied Health Sciences Endowment Fund, media coordinator for Orientation Week, digital content manager for the TEDx UW conference, and a student ambassador. Neer started a PhD at Western University in 2018 and dedicates her spare time to teaching and sharing her skills and knowledge while mentoring other students. In the community, she has served as a social media coordinator for 2 different cancer outreach groups, the Cellular and Molecular Imaging Group at Robarts Research Institute and various local conferences. She has worked with the Breast Cancer Society of Canada, leading fundraisers and writing digital content, as well as doing interviews and talks. Health research and cancer awareness are 2 areas she commits much of her time to. Neer is the recipient of numerous awards, including the Canadian Institutes of Health Research Doctoral Research Award. Her research has resulted in 37 conference presentations and 7 published manuscripts in peer-reviewed journals. She is also involved in curriculum development and has taught as a teaching assistant and instructor. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of her accomplishments and aptitude for research, her enormous commitment to teaching, and her involvement in the community, I request you present the 2022 Faculty of Health Young Alumni Award to Natasha Neer. It is now my pleasure to welcome Vivek Goel, President, Vice Chancellor, to the podium.
To our graduates and new alumni, congratulations on this huge accomplishment. Thank you to our team of staff, faculty, and volunteers for making this ceremony a success. Thank you to all the family and friends here today for joining our graduates in their celebration and for supporting these graduates during their academic journey. And to our new graduates, thank you. Thank you, Richard, for your remarks, and congratulations again on your recognition. Thank you to our new graduates for pushing forward and persevering during an extremely challenging time. Not only did you need to stay determined and focused with your studies, but you needed to do so during a pandemic where circumstances we're constantly changing. Your dedication, enthusiasm, and success inspires us all. I've heard from many of you about how Waterloo has shaped you, how your time here has helped establish your future plans, and your aspirations for making the world a better place. In receiving your degree today, you've accomplished something truly momentous. It is a testament to all that you have learned, all that you have sacrificed, and all that you stand to achieve in the future. Take that knowledge, as many before you have, and make a difference in the world. Our founders sought to build a university that could tackle some of the world's most daunting challenges. Today, we see that vision has become a reality. Our founders believed higher education could be done differently. This institution has a legacy of academic excellence rooted in research, entrepreneurship, and a distinct habit of breaking from our tradition. Each of us can honor the legacy of the generations before us by continuing to be unconventional and imagining a bold and better future for humanity. The day you stepped onto campus, you became a permanent member of that community. As you prepare to embark on your next adventure, I want you to remind yourself constantly that you will always be a part of this university's community, no matter where you go. As you go out and make your mark on the world, I hope you will stay connected to help us build and work towards a better future for humanity. Your connection makes us stronger and offers you a global community of over 200,000 alumni around the world. Remember, there is a community standing behind you, supporting you, and cheering you on. As you embark on the next phase of your life, be confident in the foundations you developed here. You have the tools, courage, creativity, patience, and determination to take on any challenge. As you have benefited from attending Waterloo, this institution has benefited from having you as a part of our community. Now it's my pleasure to welcome back Mayungan Henry, Indigenous Knowledge Keeper, to provide the closing.
Abujo, Sego, Danze. In closing today, I want to take a second to ask you to imagine yourself in a circle, rather than sitting in the way that you are right now. We're in a big circle under this beautiful sky that Creator gave us. And inside the circle, you'll see two people come in from the eastern direction. They're a grandmother and a grandfather. They look like they have nothing but love and wisdom with them, dressed very fine, look like they're just people that have knowledge. And they walk into the circle with you, and they congratulate each and every one of you for all your accomplishments, for the things that you've achieved and the things that you will achieve in your lifetime. And they look at you very clearly and they ask you a very important question. They say, now that you've achieved this part of who you will always be, what will you do with it? Will you take this new knowledge and put it into where this beautiful Mother Earth will always survive? Think about the science, think about the things that you've just learned and how it's going to keep our water and our Mother Earth healthy as she can be. Think about our future generations to come that is relying on our decisions that we make today. And we think about all those things as we move on to the next phase of our lives. to share this beautiful place we call Mother Earth with all of us today and all of us tomorrow. Those elders are very wise because they know that without that promise, we won't have a beautiful world to leave to our grandchildren. So as closing today, as all the elders always did, they always look at you and they say, Zagidwin, we love you all. Chimigwech, everybody. Have a great day.
Thank you again, Elder Henry. We're grateful for your contributions and those of the Cedar Hill Singers for today's ceremony. These contributions, again, are an important reminder of the work underway and the work still to be done in recognizing the historical and ongoing wrongs perpetrated against Indigenous peoples and the legacy of colonialism still in place today. I now want to say that Convocation is officially adjourned. Please rise if you're able and stay at your place while the stage party departs. Thank you.